Hello everybody, welcome back once again. We are playing Eiyuden Chronicles. Just about to, I think, to do the war battle here for defending Haishan. So let's get to it.
Announcing His Majesty, King Yuma.
Have you reached a decision, sire?
If you require a messenger to go to Duke's Uldric, I am yours to command.
This is it. What's it going to be?
I come bearing urgent news.
Your Majesty, it seems an Imperial Expeditionary Force has been sighted. It is under the command of General Goldwyn, and outnumbers our army 2 to 1.
Double our numbers, and General Goldwyn.
The man is said to be invincible.
Your Majesty!
I've always been a worthless man, Periel. I am incapable of making decisions and paralyzed with fear of how others might view me. I have ever been a coward. I acknowledge this. General Cassius?
Yes, my king.
Melrich?
Your Majesty.
For a period of 2 weeks, beginning now, I entrust to the two of you the entirety of my royal authority. You are to make every decision, for I have no doubt you are more capable of selecting the right choices than I. Call it a coward's conviction if it please you. Regardless, it is the best decision I can muster.
What folly is this? Has His Majesty taken leave of his senses?
Royal authority to a mere general and a lecturer at the studium? Say the word, Your Majesty, and we lords are ready to lead in your stead.
The both of you must refuse this. It will plunge the kingdom into chaos.
Folly from your fool of a king. Yet all the more reason to do it. Pitiful I may be, but I beg of you to save our kingdom.
But
Are you quite certain? After all, what's to stop the General and myself from eliminating you, should we come to enjoy this little taste of power?
If that is your choice, then so be it. Were you to do such a thing, I believe it would be for the sake of the kingdom.
Your Majesty.
long have I sworn my service and loyalty to House Sheerith, Your Majesty. But now, I pledge it anew to you, Yuma Sheerith, the man before whom I now take the knee. I shall answer the trust you have placed in me, with all of my heart and ability.
I do not know if my talents are worthy of the faith you place in them, Your Majesty. In fact, it speaks to their inadequacy that I have so clearly misjudged you. And for that, I must atone. Whatever shreds of wit and talent I still possess, I swear to you.
As if any of this gives us a chance against the Empire!
Your Majesty, it's not too late. We can still draft a letter of intent to Duke's Eldrick and...
General Cassius.
Any hope of successfully defending this kingdom will require the full efforts of her people, and the full unity of her spirit. The army will be mustered, and the realm's efforts devoted entirely to its defense. Any who choose to publicly object to His Majesty's wishes will be executed on the spot.
We did it! Now we can finally fight back!
I'm not certain such jubilant optimism is appropriate. As General Cassius noted, it will require all the strength you, Chris, can muster to have even a chance of victory.
And we'll be right beside you.
Agreed. This is everything we've been striving for.
Then allow me to formally request the support of the Alliance.
You shall have it and more. We'll return to the inn and have Janequist beat the muster drums.
Okay. That was a little disturbing though, where the dude's like, yeah, if anybody disagrees or if anybody won't show up, we're just gonna execute you on the spot. All right. It's a little scary. All right. So we're just heading back on into the inn.
I shall contact Emir and have him commence preparations straight away, milady.
Send me. I'll get your message there safe.
Shall I set this in motion, Commander?
Do it.
Yup! Let's go beat him like a dirty carpet! They are certainly in for a surprise.
Our victory is assured. The mighty Kogan alone is worth 100 men.
You ready, Noah? I think Periel already took off for the palace.
Let us review our strategy. We face a war of attrition. Unfortunately, Haishan was not built to be easily defended. Therefore, we must meet the Imperial host on the field and strive to buy time while minimizing our casualties. We leave this in your capable hands, General Cassius.
His Majesty's troops are kith and kin to me. I'll not let a single man die in vain.
I trust messengers have been dispatched to Norster and Kinan?
They have, but neither will act until we prove our mettle, which is why this first battle is pivotal. Our enemy is a general both seasoned and clever, and he will not rely on superior numbers alone to deliver victory. We must whittle away at their strength now, then turn the war of attrition which follows to our advantage.
Which is where we come in. Right?
Correct. We are counting on your ambush to throw the battlefield into disorder. Do not let us down, Commander Noah.
We won't. We're ready.
General Cassius, Melridge, Noah, pray bring us victory and return home safely.
Thank you, Your Majesty. If my projections are correct, this battle may be over far sooner than we all dare hope.
Projections?
Reporting, sir! The Imperial Army has arrived and is forming up just where you said they would!
Then we'd best get started. Are you ready, Commander?
Let's do this.
Ready yourselves! This day we fight for our homes, for our king, and for the future of our country!
The Imperial Army is here.
So it's war, then. I assumed their forces would throw down their arms and flee, rather than take the field for such a weakling king. Perhaps they found a more inspiring leader.
Fortune smiles upon us this day, General Goldwill. The honors of a battlefield victory are ours for the taking.
Alright, Legion commands. Special commands available to the Legion commander and sub-commander. You activate them at the moving step before selecting begin at battle. We already know this. I don't know why this tutorial is flashing back up. Commands that spend gauges. The red gauge increases when your troops take damage, while the yellow morale gauge increases when they deal damage. When they're full, you can use their commands lasting one turn. Rage mode increases attack, while morale mode won't let the enemy retreat. So we're just going to begin the battle here. We'll leave Cassius right where he's at.
It is an honor for you to lead my vanguard, Lieutenant Kessler. I expect your rune tank to earn us a great many accolades.
About that, sir? The rune tank isn't really designed for solo combat. It requires a lot of infantry support, so...
I was not speaking to you, soldier. Well, young Sion, what do you say? Will you fight for the glory of your house?
Did he wait? Did he say Sion? I thought, isn't that Scion? maybe. Have I been wrong all this time?
As you command, sir. Hildy, Valentine, gather what troops you can.
At once, Lieutenant.
By decree of the Emperor, you may submit peacefully to Galdea's glory, or be crushed beneath her heel.
It's time. Give the signal.
Looks like we're up. Let's go!
To battle!
What? A second force? Where the hell did they come from?
Mercy Tactician signal. Come on, boys. Let's honor our contract and show these imps the color of their own guts.
An ambush! What impudence!
This is the moment we've been waiting for. Advance!
All forces, attack!
Shields up! Stand your ground! I will deal with this ambush myself.
Are the troops holding up?
We're ready to move whenever. Though if you ask me, that move should be to turn and run.
You forget yourself, Second Lieutenant.
What with me? Charge! Ka! Withdraw!
There's a person's name there in the list there that's been killed twice somehow. But all right, let's attack. I think the idea here is to attack Sane's unit really only, and let's provoke him. The target of adjacent enemy is yours. Minus defense. I'm gonna move Bernard. It's probably not gonna do me a whole lot of good to do this because I think he's probably just going to get attacked anyway. But yeah, that's fine. Let's do cross boost. Why not? And archer boost. Again, most of this doesn't really matter because we're just gonna slaughter him anyway. But immobilize for one. Yeah, so we want to do this. We want to make sure that he doesn't move. So now he'll be forced to... Well, yeah, we're going to attack him and he'll be forced to just sit there. And be attacked.
Pull yourselves together, you sloppy fools! His Grace the Dukes is expecting a great victory from me.
She's in a great mood today.
Enemy in sight, sir.
On your order, Lieutenant.
Attack!
Retreat! Hurry! Don't waste lives!
Pretty silly that the enemies don't attack at all. They'll just kind of let us push them around.
At last, some damn order! Now form up and prepare for the next!
If you have finally regained control of your troops, General Chapel, then prepare to withdraw. We are finished here.
What?
Learning the true strength of our foe is victory enough for the day. It has not come without cost, but to persist further would only result in needless bloodshed. We maintain the upper hand, and are in no particular rush. Additionally, the sun has begun its descent, and I've no desire to fight in darkness on unfamiliar terrain. We will withdraw.
Fine. Retreat! Fall back, you dogs!
Look at him run! Nice job, Noah.
You sure showed him, cousin. A victory on the Alliance's very first deployment!
Let's not press our luck. An overzealous attempt to pursue General Goldwyn may end poorly.
All units, fall in! You fought bravely and well this day, and you, Chris, thanks you for it. Now, we return to Haishan triumphant!
We did it! We sent him running for the hills!
And more importantly, everyone is safe.
Is this victory real? I can scarce believe it.
It is only one battle behind us, Your Majesty. The war ahead will be nothing to celebrate. It disheartens me that our ambush did little to phase General Goldwyn's troops. He truly is the military titan, they say.
Yeah, even I've heard of the guy. So I guess today didn't amount to much more than an ugly introduction.
Let's not diminish the significance of forcing a retreat in our first battle. I've already made arrangements to inform the other members of the League, and trust the news will change their countenance for the better.
If I may, who are those other reinforcements, and why did you not mention them?
I'm guessing you mean me.
Allow me to introduce Captain Bernard Sawad of the White Sands Mercenary Company. I reached out to him some time ago to secure his services.
Oh, and if you're worried about the mercenary part, I promise you this. A Sawad never breaks a contract.
You hired these sellswords, Melridge?
I managed to divert some funds their way, yes. A bit from the royal treasury and more that was earmarked for the studium and archives. I figured the forthwith confiscation of Harlan's estate would sufficiently refresh our coffers.
Well, I suppose I did give you my royal authority, but I'm still pleased to see you wielding it with such wisdom. Just do see the ledgers end up balanced, yes?
Don't spare it another thought, Your Majesty. That's something I'm quite confident I can manage.
Yep, still incorrigible.
Something on your mind, Sane? You're wondering what will happen if Eucharist falls, aren't you?
Its downfall seems inevitable, considering the League's lack of unity.
Just like Duke Saldric wants, I bet. You're thinking about it again.
In part. But mostly I'm just wondering what I'm doing here. I intended to make a name for myself and House Kessling as an Imperial officer. I believed that was the right thing. It's what I thought he would do.
Your brother?
Yes. But now I'm not sure about anything anymore. So where does that leave me?
Sorry to interrupt the boy talk, fellas. Did I miss anything spicy? Look, we've all got them. Ties, I mean. Obligations. I know all about yours, Sane. Little by little, they tighten around your neck until one day you wake up and realize you're wearing a noose. All part of growing up, I suppose. But these times, the times where you have to weigh your friends and your loyalties and your future, these are the moments that tell us who we are. You're young. You feel like throwing caution to the wind and doing the wrong thing for the right reason. Well, do it.
This is getting a little complicated and poetic for me, but I think I agree.
Paul, Valentine, thank you both. Hildy,
A messenger just arrived bearing urgent news from the homeland, Lieutenant. It's as you feared.
What? How could this have happened?
I'm still verifying the information. It's possible this is but a rumor.
This is not some piece of idle gossip, man! You're telling me the Emperor has been assassinated?
That is... yes. That's what I've heard. But all the more reason to swiftly complete our occupation of Haishan while we wait for further news. The late Emperor's decree still stands, after all, and His Grace the Dukes has not yet issued our next orders.
The Dukes has not issued them?
I mean nothing by it. Let us resume our efforts on the morrow.
Rise and shine, Noah. The new day has dawned and everyone's gathered at the palace.
The battle of attrition continues. Our ambushes in the last fight took a modest toll on the enemy, but we still remain outnumbered.
This time, Noah's allied troops and the White Sands mercenaries will fight on the defensive line. Hold a keen edge out there, both of you, and be ready for anything.
If there's one thing the White Sands know, it's how to hold a keen edge.
And your troops, Commander Noah?
Ready to go.
You're darn tootin' we are.
I still got fight in me.
Euchrysians! Take heart from yesterday's victory, but do not take your enemy lightly, for he will fight with even more fury this day!
How droll that they consider that a victory. They merely bought themselves another few hours to breathe. For today, it will all come crashing down around them.
In the name of His Excellency, the Emperor.
All right, let's do it. Let's see here. Okay, let's
I'll have you be quiet there, thank you.
let's keep those two right there for the time being. Probably looked a little goofy that I was bringing the troops back and forth like that, but it's just kind of how you have to do it, because, you know, you can't have more than 3 troops occupy the same tile, so a little annoying, but it is what it is. Let's do this. It's a little annoying too that you can't change the troop setups beforehand. The battle's easy enough.
Don't approach them lightly.
The battle is easy enough the way it is, but I don't know, just kind of wish you could, you know, tweak things a little bit.
Tighten up, everyone!
Been a while since I had to work this hard for my wage.
Bro, you haven't even swung your sword yet. What are you talking about? Now you can complain.
Yes. Run if you know what's good for you.
We've got another tough fight on our hands today.
Our objective is to drag it out for as long as we can while minimizing our losses.
The enemy's here! We can't lose! Brace yourself for my ultimate strike!
We must find a way to turn the tide. Otherwise...
Hold strong! Remember your contract! And remember that death in battle is the greatest end a warrior can ask for! Have we done nothing to blunt the Empire's strength?
Retreat!
Alright, I'm gonna take Bernard and move him here.
Drop the enemy!
Listen to me, everyone! You may have heard the rumors already. But His Excellency the Emperor has been assassinated.
Then it's true.
Dukes Aldrich is the man behind it. I have had ample opportunity to witness the Duke's tyranny, and have come to believe the invasion of Euchris is not just. Therefore, pursuing it would be a stain on the Empire's honor. This is not an order. Those who do not wish to follow me will receive no punishment. But on this day, I turn my banners in revolt against Dukes Aldrich. I fight to return the Empire to a just and righteous path.
Cheering.
Your family's soldiers are true to their house, Lieutenant. They stand with you. And they're all fools.
So what does that make you?
The woman responsible for keeping fools in line, apparently.
Thank you, everyone.
Disarray in the Imperial ranks? What is happening?
What does this mean?
Look! It's Sane!
I do not understand what is happening, but I know a potential opportunity when I see it.
Protect that company of turncoats!
That company is under the Kessling boys' command. The lad takes after his brother.
Engage the enemy! Give them all you've got!
Takes after his brother? I mean, don't you usually say that someone takes after somebody else if it's like a parent, child relationship? Taking after one's brother. I don't know. It'd be like, he's just like his brother. I don't know. Maybe I'm wrong on that. Maybe I'm just nitpicking.
The enemy's retreating. Pursue and attack.
Yeah, take him down. So, also kind of a weird decision to have the tutorial on the rage.
Order your troops to withdraw.
The tutorial on the rage mode and the morale mode, and then not actually let you use them because the battle doesn't last long enough. It's very strange.
I cannot believe the great General Goldwyn would say such a thing. We must annihilate these pathetic traitors at once.
No. What we must do is learn the truth of the Emperor's assassination. Until that happens, this war cannot continue. All units, fall in! We withdraw at once and return to Goldean soil.
Yes, sir.
But this is absurd! We need just win this one battle so I can deliver the news to Dukes Aldrich and...
Do as you will, but I have no intention of fighting for your dukes.
I shall never retreat. My host is more than sufficient to handle this motley force.
General Goldwyn's legion has stood down. But why?
My projections appear to have come true. I assure you, Goldwyn's retreat is no feint. Something has transpired inside the Empire. Which means we can finish this here and now.
All right, that's the win. Oh, I guess not quite. I thought, so it must do like an objective change there. I thought that was the victory thing. Actually, here, let's, like, it doesn't make sense to do that. Oops. There we go. I can probably do this. Drop their defense. This is a little on the risky side, but I think I'll be alright. Oh, dang it! And then Chapel was moving back, so now my troops aren't going to join Sane here.
Enemy unit defeated, but stay alert.
See, you've defeated the enemy unit. Don't let up now.
Yeah, I really should have actually just moved my troops north. I was hoping that they would join up, but if Chapel is just going to keep running around, then actually that could be a problem. Oh, well, Santa's going to spank him anyway, I guess. Yeah, Santa's going to take him down. Probably right here.
The enemy unit is destroyed. Keep up!
Enemy legion crushed.
You did well.
Poor Chapel. He just wanted to win so bad.
Enemy unity destroyed.
There we go.
But I was to claim victory here. Me, for the glory of Dukes Aldrich. Damnation.
Is it over?
We did it! We saved you, Chris! We did do that, right?
Indeed. Victory is ours.
Oh yeah, that's how it's done, cousin.
Well fought, Noah.
You comported yourself with great skill.
You might be longer for this world than I thought.
I have protected my kingdom and my king.
The Imperial Army has quit our territory, Your Majesty. Our scouts expect them to continue withdrawing to the north.
Then, we won?
Yes, Your Majesty. We won.
That's wonderful.
Yes, thank you all so much.
I owe a great debt to you and the Allied Army. Thank you for fighting at our side.
Victory is ours!
Victory! Victory! Come on, everybody! Victory!
Yep, finally gave those imps the shellacking they deserve.
Might I gently remind all the braggarts present who the actual leader of the Alliance is?
Oh, let it go, Ymir. Noah and his people fought well, and I'm very appreciative.
My concern is that I fail to understand what prompted Goldwyn's troops to withdraw.
Oh, was that some scheme of yours, Malrich?
I fear I am as in the dark as the rest of you. However, I suspect...
Perhaps I can shed some light on that.
Sane.
This Imperial officer and his people just surrendered to us, Commander.
I had a feeling it would be you.
A pleasure to see you again, Noah.
Been a while, Lieutenant.
So, thanks for switching sides and all, but, why?
I harbor suspicions which have driven me to leave the Empire.
Suspicions related to General Goldwyn's abrupt retreat.
Yes. If you don't know, His Excellency the Emperor has been assassinated.
What?
The Emperor of Galdia? But why? How?
Dukes Eldrick is how. While we lack solid evidence of such, the information we've gathered certainly raises the possibility.
So that's why they all turned tail and ran. This Dukes guy must be a first-class moron. Way to make your move at the worst possible time, you dope. I will return to the castle on the morrow. Our troops must be reorganized before we can carry on to Norrister. And you, Malrich?
Actually, I have received the King's blessing to make myself useful within the Alliance. If you are amiable, I feel I can respond more nimbly stationed at your headquarters.
So you expect our battle with the Empire to continue?
Oh, I believe it has only just begun. Duke Aldrich's ambitions clearly extend beyond the Galdian throne. The invasion of Euchris was simply a tidy way to displace the general for a time.
It certainly is beginning to look that way.
Goldwyn was ever the late Emperor's staunchest loyalist. Once Aldrich sent him far from home, he used that time to sow the seeds of a coup.
He's a ruthless and cunning man, and no mistake. But I dare say you may be his equal. It pleases me to have you on our side.
Oh, I don't think I am the cunning one here. After all, you didn't hand your army over to that Noah boy for no reason. This has been your plan from the start.
Yes. Well... Still, if the Resistance army was led by the Countess of Groom, it would invite no end of suspicion. Tongues would wag about my agenda, my ambition. But a commoner turned hero rising up against the Empire's tyranny? Now that's the sort of story that resonates with people. After all, who doesn't love an underdog?
So, what is it that you hope to gain from all this, milady? Clearly not prestige.
Clearly not. No. My wish is far more modest.
Rise and shine, Noah. Big meeting in the Great Hall. Up and at 'em! Let's go! Let's go!
All right, let's go.
Now that Commander Noah has joined us, we can begin.
Okay, first, begin what? And second, aren't you supposed to be in Euchris?
King Yuma, in his wisdom, has granted me permission to serve the Alliance. I intend to do so to the best of my abilities.
And seeing as I'm still under contract with a tactician, I guess I'm coming aboard as well.
Not gonna complain about that. You fought like a demon in Euchris.
Then it's settled. Melridge will be chief strategist and advisor to the Alliance's new permanent commander, Noah.
Wait, what?
But I'm just filling in for you, right? I mean, I'm not a leader. Not a real one, anyway.
Not a leader? The man who secured the use of this castle? Who forged an alliance with the Tree Folk? Who won the battle for Euchris? Do try to show a little more confidence.
But...
I thought you liked to meddle. If so, it's time to plunge your nose into something that counts. You can help more than a person here or a person there. You can help entire nations.
I guess. But look.
Looks like you got an occasion to rise to, Noah. You okay with this, Ymir?
Her ladyship and I have discussed it, if that is what you mean.
This is already way more fun than Imperial meetings.
Shh! Keep your voice down!
I'd like to take this moment to formally offer my help, Noah. Galdea no longer pursues a righteous path. But by standing with you, I believe she can yet be saved.
Sounds like you found a new calling.
I have. I will set aside my duty to House Kessling and follow the dictates of my own heart.
Chills, Zane. Chills. Also, that look in your face tells me you're doing the right thing.
Oh? I don't feel like my expression is any different.
'Cause it's not.
I do hate to spoil the mood, but I was hoping we might discuss next steps, if I may.
He's asking you, kiddo?
Huh? Oh, I guess I do this kind of thing now, huh? Sure, Melridge. Go ahead.
As of now, the Empire has pulled its forces out of Euchris, but yet remains a heavy presence in Groom. We must be prepared for when Dux Aldrich inevitably resumes his efforts to subjugate the League of Nations.
Which I'm guessing will happen soon.
There are two ways to effectively use the time we have left. The first is to gather as many allies as we possibly can.
If I might interrupt, I have an idea about that. What about Impershiak, the Shi'ar capital in the desert east of Euchris?
She who now?
The Shi'ars. As a mercenary, I've had plenty of chances to fight both with and against them. They're strong warriors who prize valor above all else.
A fine idea. As it happens, I've already secured the King's permission to use Euchris' desert checkpoint. Commander Noah, might I ask you to go to Impershiak and seek their help? You should take Bernard as your guide.
Checkpoint's northeast of Haishan. From there, we'll cross the mountains into the gateway town of Tabavi. I'll explain more as we go.
Sounds good.
Now, as for the other way to make a difference. At this moment, the Dukes is no doubt engaged with fallout from the Emperor's assassination. The sooner that's quelled, the sooner he can turn his attentions to us. Which means we need to keep that chaos churning for as long as possible. I have asked Lieutenant Kesling for his assistance in this matter.
We have already reached out to the late Emperor's loyalists in Galdea. Naturally, they aren't keen on Aldrich seizing power.
We think it's better for us to go talk to them, since there are people and all. Which means we'll be working separately for a bit.
Probably for the best. Many here in the Alliance will need time to trust us, and understandably so.
Hey, for what it's worth, I totally trust you guys.
Thanks, Leon.
The others will come around once they get to know the lieutenant.
Sane's group will work independently to gather intel within the Empire and sabotage the Duke's plans. Do everything in your power to destabilize his grip and delay his ability to resume the invasion.
You can count on us.
I will serve as a messenger, traveling back and forth between this castle and the Empire.
You, probably want a little help with that?
Please.
Okay, I'm gonna get my group set up here, but yeah. So this is kind of an interesting point in the game where you can switch between the two parties. It kind of reminds me of some of the older games like Final Fantasy VI. Who else am I gonna take here? Let's grab. There's Gar. And Marin.
But okay.
Who's my last character here? Oh, how come
You're in on this too, Hugo?
I'm gonna throw a code out here for the time being. That looks good.
I'm pleased to have that settled. Commander Noah, Lieutenant Kesling. Good luck to you both.
Thank you.
We'll knock your socks off!
We'll try not to let you down.
Oh, we might even let you up! I don't know what that means.
2 simultaneous operations. 1 to gather allies, and 1 to disrupt the enemy.
Pressure's on, Sane. Who's gonna finish first?
Technically, neither task is one that can be completely finished.
There he goes. Fretting the details again.
Yup, some things never change.
Okay, this one is getting pretty long, so I'm going to cut it here. As always, hope the guide was helpful, and thanks for watching.